We had a fairly large portfolio of clients. We had already worked for 3-4 years. And we trusted them to be thoughtful about the risks they were taking and how leveraged they were vis-a-vis their overall financial strength. I think in doing that, we made a few mistakes. Some of them overtraded. They did not have the money to pay us. We now had a set of clients who had misused our trust. For me as a manager, if my teams have failed, I have looked at how I can make that failure as a collective failure. It makes them feel less like a failure. And now they are in a place where they can zoom out and say, okay, what can I learn from it? What's not good is failing on the same thing again and again. That I think is not acceptable.
Does scaling always mean that you have to sacrifice on agility, or is it possible to keep a balance on both?
I think it's necessary to keep a balance on both. Because as you're scaling, you're going to encounter situations that you haven't encountered at a smaller scale. Because now you're much larger, you're 2x, 3x, you're growing much faster than you did. In the absence of agility, scaling is very difficult. It will break.
In this era of AI, how do you prepare your team for the future which is predominantly the AI at work?
I think you prepare your team by leading by example. We are always experimenting with new technology, with new ways of working. How can we use newer tools to solve existing problems or processes better?
How did you feel the first reaction, first thought that you got a merger offer from such a big company?
It of course felt good. I actually asked what made you reach out to me and make an offer for Vantage. They said they spoke to 5, 6, 7, 8 people in the India market and asked them for 3 names of companies they should look to acquire. And Vantage was the only name that made all 3.
Wow.
We learn a lot from failure. There's a chance that we may or may not learn from success, because success oftentimes just results in celebration. Everybody thinks they know. When you become a leader, your job is to share with others through your actions, through your words, through how you behave, that it's possible for everyone. And that drives me to want to meet people where they are. I think technology or otherwise, if you're not willing to learn, if you're not willing to upskill yourself, you face the risk of your career getting compromised significantly. So I don't think it's a technology question. It's a mindset question.